you're coming out of forbearance or you're not sure how all these different government programs apply to you, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can apply for different government programs, how they interlock in about 5 seconds. A few months ago, the government passed the coronavirus, the COVID-19 relief bill. In that bill, it was tucked away $10 billion that was specifically earmarked to be given to the states, which eventually would get to homeowners who cannot pay their mortgages and who cannot get any other government assistance. That program is called HAF, H-A-F, which stands for the Homeowners Assistance Fund. This fund is basically set up as a net that will catch everybody that cannot get any other type of government assistance. I'm going to tell you how you can get this program if you qualify and how the actual waterfall works, which is when you can get it at different stages. Now, the government assistance waterfall basically is very simple to understand. Before you can get any kind of HAF money, which remember, HAF money is a government grant. It's basically money you don't have to pay back. Unlike every other program, loan modification, partial claim, or any kind of lien that you might get with the forbearance amount, this particular money, the HAF money, is a government grant. It's given to you, and then you just use it to pay your mortgage, and you're able to come out of forbearance without owing anything on your forbearance. It's a very, very powerful program. Now, initially, in order to qualify for this, you have to have a hardship that started after January 21st of 2020. Here's a hint. If you've been in forbearance, you have the hardship. So you don't have to worry about it. If you've been in forbearance at all, then you have the hardship necessary to at least initially qualify for the first level of the HAF program. This is also true for the loan modifications and different other programs that exist for people with FHA and other mortgages where they require some sort of hardship in order for you to qualify. Now, you must apply through your bank first, and the bank will then qualify you either for something that they offer, which is a loan modification or partial claim, a deferral, there's different things, or a short payment plan. Now, this is the first step. You must apply through your bank. You can't go directly to your state and ask for the HAF money. The state will basically say you must apply first to the bank, get denied for everything, and then come back and ask for the HAF money. That's what's very important about this program. A lot of people don't understand it. People seem to think that they can hold out and get this money and choose between HAF and a loan modification. It doesn't work like that. On August 20th, most of the states sent in their plans on how they were going to disperse the money. And all these plans basically follow the federal government guidelines that say that you first have to exhaust all of your other loan modification and other types of assistance before you can get to the HAF money. Now, the next thing you have to understand is you must be denied for all of these different government assistance programs. Before you can get the HAF money, you have to have been denied by your bank for any kind of loan modification, partial claim, or everything that they could possibly offer you. If you've been denied for everything, at that point you can go apply for a HAF grant. You cannot get a HAF grant if you haven't exhausted all the different loan modification options that the banks will have for you when you're coming out of forbearance. Now, you have to understand, I've been doing this for a very long time. I have been practicing law in this area for about 13 years, and I've never seen these different programs that are existing right now. I was around after the last crash in 2008. At that point, a lot of people were desperate to trying to get loan modifications, and there were no loan modifications for anybody. Now there's this program plus a bunch of other different loan modification programs that exist that are out there to help people. Now, if you are in a situation where you've been denied for everything, then the Homeowners Assistance Fund could probably help you. Now, so we're going to go over this again. You have to have denied for all other relief. That's the first thing. Now, what does that actually mean? That means you've applied for loan modification through your bank and the bank has said no. This is very important. Now, the issue is a lot of people are going to find out that the fact that it's easier than ever to get loan modifications, a lot of people are going to get offered loan modifications and they're not going to qualify for HAF. So it's a double-edged sword. People will get assistance, but they're not going to get these free government grants. They're going to get loan modifications, which means that you still owe the money, but you get to keep your home, but you owe the money. Versus if you get a half grant, it's free money. It's basically money you don't have to pay back. The second thing is that you have to have certain income limits. Now, I've done videos on this before where I explain exactly how the income limits work and where you can look for the income limits. You can look right here. I put it right above me. You can check that one out, and you can see that there are actually very generous income limits as to whether or not you can apply. It's 150% of the general average. To give you an idea, in Miami, that's almost $100,000 a year for a family of one. So if you make less than that in the Miami area, you would be able to apply for the half money if all the other things align. Now, you should check out that website and you can see if you qualify there also. Now, the other thing is very important. The hardship for the half money had to have started after January 21st, 2020. Now, this is very important because there's a lot of people who have been in foreclosure from before this date. According to the HAF program, these folks are not going to be able to use half money to completely reinstate their loan. They might be able to use partially the money to pay off a part of the money that came after January of 2020. But as of right now, the government is saying that you cannot just simply apply for half to pay off whatever arrears you had when you fell into default and were unable to pay your mortgage. Finally, this one is super controversial, and I'm going to make a specific video about this. So you need to take a look at that video because I explain what this term means. Socially disadvantaged folks have first priority. Socially disadvantaged does not only mean racial or ethnic bias. There's other definitions for this. It includes people who are very poor, people who live in certain areas where there's a certain poverty line, and there's also people with English deficiency. So it's not only a racial and ethnic situation. There's actually other people who are not within the those normal groups of racially and ethnic minorities. There's actually people who are not racially and ethnically from racial and ethnic minorities who can still apply for half. This also means that the HAF program isn't only for socially disadvantaged, but they get priority. So that we're going to do a video on that. I know it's very controversial, but we're going to keep talking about this, and you're going to understand that even if you were not a socially disadvantaged, even if you are in a socially disadvantaged area, you still have to apply for half after you've been denied and after you've exhausted all your different options, so that you can at that point then apply for half. I know it's a little bit confusing, but we're going to keep talking about this subject so that you keep understanding. And remember, what you need to do is to apply for half as soon as it becomes available. There are websites from each state where you can go on there and you can get notified when the HAF program is available in your area. It's still not available in most of the United States. There's a few pilot programs out there, but you need to go to your state-specific website, which the way to find that is go to type in Google or whatever search engine you use. You type in the letters HAF and your state. At that point, you're going to see where you can get your notification when the HAF money is available. Thank you.